Ladies and gentlemen, the reason you watch this channel and hit subscribe right now is because I'm going to show the world exactly why, when President Trump decides to release security footage, it'll be very detrimental and actually destroy any case that the special counsel has against him. Wall Street Journal, FBI quest for Trump documents started with breezy chats, tour of a crowded closet, why interactions between the Federal Bureau of Investigation Trump team soured remains a mystery. Wall Street Journal, August 10th, 2022. It's not a mystery. The entire government, establishment, political system, media is after Trump. They want to knock him out. Jack Smith has lost the John Edwards case, lost the Virginia governor, had the Virginia governor conviction in 2016 that he was a part of overturned unanimously. The classified data fiasco that they're leveling against Trump is even less compelling than the absurd joke, the indictment that relies on an imaginary FEC crime. The FEC fined Clinton and the DNC for purchasing the Steele dossier. So in New York, they indicted Trump for hush money payments. They're relying on an FEC allegation or crime that Trump committed. The federal government never leveled a crime against Trump. So you can just throw that indictment out the window. He'll get a conviction in New York, but that'll be overturned by the Supreme Court. This will definitely either end in a mistrial or be overturned by the Supreme Court because the security footage, and hit subscribe to this channel right now, the security footage from the Wall Street Journal article, August 10th, 2022, you can see federal agents, government officials on the security footage walking around Mar-a-Lago, speaking to people, very likely people who were indicted now close to Trump, a couple of the workers. So tell me how this criminal, the Al Capone of classified data, they're trying to make Trump into like Hillary Clinton, who I think will eventually be the 24 nominee. Just don't ask me. I have no clue how, but I just can't imagine Clinton not being the nominee in 24. I think mashed potato brains after impeachment. Who knows? The Clintons will probably help the impeachment go through. But anyway, you have evidence that Trump was complying. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, Presidential Record Acts, Department of Justice, National Archives and the Department of Justice already were working with Trump, and they're on, almost certainly, video. You can't say that he is trying to hide from the government when he's working with the government on video, okay? You don't have people who rob banks work at the bank. I mean, you do, but you don't have them, for example, going into the bank, speaking to the manager, and then going the next day and trying to break into the bank. Generally doesn't happen. Okay, maybe that's a poor analogy, but I mean, the issue here is that they're trying to say he deleted security footage because he was hiding boxes, moving boxes, full of classified data for his own nefarious means or aims or goals. He didn't have servers for 4 years, okay? He didn't have servers, and if you want to read about the classified data issue with Democrats, you can read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, other publications. To my Patreons, thank you. To my members, thank you. To the new Patreons and members, thank you. And the super thanks is below. Everyone here who's been here since 2015 or 2016, thank you. And a lot of great things are happening. I will have a lot of wonderful interviews by December, November and December of this year, and all throughout next year. We're going to grow this channel to 300,000 subs. I'm not posting content every single day a lot. It'll be one video a day for the next month, 2 months, and then we'll rock and roll with interviews and live streams and 4 videos and live stream interviews. So the interviews on this channel will be live streamed. It'll be fantastic. But ladies and gentlemen, you have a situation where he is already, if you've lasted this long, and I'm all over the place, so you understand, he already has security footage, and this is the key here. This is why Jack Smith and the special counsel have no case, okay? If there's a morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrat who stumbled upon this channel, here's the reason the case is going to fall apart. All the people after him are already on video working alongside him as he's complying with the government. This article in the Wall Street Journal even talks about a thank you note he got from a senior bureau official. And then they said they gave him locks to put on certain storage facilities. He's a former president with the power to declassify, and they have no clue if he stated he declassified everything. That's all you need to know from a former president. Bush had 22 million deleted emails. George W. Bush with an RNC server in his administration, a Republican National Committee server running within his Oval Office. And then you had Clinton with her own private servers with classified data. The RNC server might not have had classified data. Who knows? Probably did. But we know for sure that Clinton's servers had top secret intel. Trump didn't have servers. He had boxes. Okay? Which is worse? Servers that the entire planet could hack, or boxes? You're talking about a former president with the power to declassify. Clay Clinton did not, with her private servers that were illegally obtained or, constructed. You can't siphon classified data from the U.S. government onto servers outside the U.S. government. It's impossible to do so. That's a criminal act. But of course, the Honorable James Comey couldn't find intent. How do you unintentionally have servers for 4 years? I mean, there's nothing unintentional about that, and people are smart enough, especially the Clintons, to understand it's against the law. But the entire America, we're the greatest country in the world, we're supposed to just believe this nonsense? Nobody believes it. Even Democrats don't believe it. They don't care. They just say, it's done. The authority agrees with us, but when the authority is Trump, fight, resistance. So they play this game, appeal to authority when it suits them. Fabricated consensus that ignores any rational critique. I mean, this is all public relations. Democrats are now the most corrupt political party on the planet, probably, but definitely they're the epicenter of corruption in American politics now, the Democratic Party. And if you don't, you have to know something about politics to understand Hunter, laptop, bribery. They're giving money to Democrats for something in return. Access, the allure, or the promise of not being investigated. If you do business with a Democrat like Hunter, you're not going to get investigated by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. So that's not even you don't even have to promise anything. That's the way the American political system works. But there are promises given, and also we have possibly summarizing classified data to facilitate business deals. According to Ted Cruz, that Hunter summarized classified data, and he has. You have a prosecutor forced out. It's not. Biden told on himself, and it's not for Biden or any American official to force out another country's prosecutor. Nor was it accepted as everybody in Western Europe knew. No, that is an absurd lie. That what they do is they cover their tracks by saying, well, everybody agreed, and they find a couple, 4, 5, 6 people who believe that, and they ignore all the people who say that's complete nonsense. Why didn't they have that prosecutor testify in Congress? Okay, the same way James Comey, the Honorable James Comey, testified against Trump. He was forced out also. He was a top official forced out by Trump, but he was given, he was celebrated among America's political establishment. The official forced out by Biden was not celebrated. Okay, so, and then you have 80 to 100 grand to be on a board of directors, and then suddenly the board of directors, the company doesn't get investigated. But that's just one example. There's one email saying, how can you use your influence on the company's behalf from that company? It's right there. So you have all of this graft, bribery, pay to play, quid pro quo. It's obvious. And they're going after Trump because their best defense is a good offense. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe!